this bitch out.
Hey, welcome back to the channel. This is Ghost, and this is Level Up Gaming, the channel all about mobile gaming. So, a funny thing happened on the way to the making of this video. Just last night, after dropping my last two videos, I sat and I looked at my the backlog of videos that I've put on the channel so far, and I said to myself, how did you end up with so many Call of Duty mobile videos? Because this channel was not designed to be about Call of Duty mobile, but about mobile gaming in general. And the conclusion I came to is that Call of Duty Mobile releases so much content so rapidly that I'm pretty much forced to constantly play Call of Duty in order to keep up with the new content and then make videos about the new content in order to stay relevant in mobile gaming. So I said that to say this, two things. One, I will definitely, I promise, be making a concerted effort to make more videos about more mobile games than Call of Duty in the coming future. But also, this will eventually segue into a point that I make later on relating to Combat Master, Call of Duty Mobile, and the dissatisfaction of Call of Duty Mobile fans. So anyway, on to this video. This is the Season 10 test server for Call of Duty Mobile In the background, this is the backdrop for it. This is, I believe, from a Call of Duty console map. I'm not sure which version, which iteration. It's from a Call of Duty console game, and it's a map called Vacant. I'm fairly certain that at the time that Season 10 is released to the general public, that this will be a much more high-resolution background. But at any rate, this is the test server, and there are a few new features that are implemented. This is my third test server. As you can see on the top, I have 10,000 CP, which I find hilarious because they give you this CP, and this is what you can get with it. It's you know, there's stuff, and it's credit store stuff in the normal course of things. It's credit store stuff. And so they give you this CP, which you can't keep. I've tried, believe me. I'm pretty good at this stuff. Like, I play Arena, and I play China, and I play Global, and I play it all on the same phone, and I play all kinds of unreleased stuff that I'm not supposed to have. What I have not been able to figure out is how to keep the CP from the test server. And I see a bunch of YouTube channels saying that you can, and it's a lie because nobody has successfully done a check. So at any rate, there are a few things. This is my third test server, and there are a few new things. This one isn't quite as mind-blowing as the test servers usually are, but there are a few things that are different, and I really hate that. There are a few things that are different, and let's get into them. Okay, so new additions to the game include, what we have here is Munitions Box. This is an operator skill. It says deploy a box of ammo for you and your teammates. Shoot at your own risk. Because this is a test server and it's fairly hard to determine whether I'm playing with bots or humans. Like, I got 2 friend requests, so I'm pretty sure that they're from humans. It's pretty hard to determine if you're playing with bots or humans, and I have not actually quite been able to test my theory. I believe that if you drop this box in a strategic place and then shoot it, it will blow up and take out some enemies. I have shot the box in a couple of matches and it does blow up. The explosion isn't very large, but neither is the frag grenade's explosion effect very large. But I have not, because the matches I've played have been so hectic and so crowded, I have not been able to determine if me shooting a box has killed people or if just someone else shot the person at the time that I shot my box and they died from that. So I'm going to have to do further research in order to conclude this, or in order to determine this conclusively. What is good about this is I generally run Vulture. If I'm going to be in a match where I know I'm not going to die very often and I'm going to be running, gunning, and I'm going to waste a lot of bullets, I run Vulture. On the green perk slot, I have 2 that I tend to use. It's Vulture or Cold-Blooded. I prefer cold-blooded, especially when I know that people are going to be spamming sentry guns, because it makes me blind. It makes them blind. It makes me invisible to the sentry guns, and I can walk right up to a sentry gun and shoot it down this barrel and blow it up. And this actually frees me up from using Vulture to use cold-blooded, and I think that's awesome. And this is going to completely alter my strategy on my builds and how I play this game. So I like this a lot. Next, we have the Decoy Grenade. The Decoy Grenade is an interesting thing. It's counter-intel grenade that simulates fake gunfire and radar signatures that confuse the enemy. So what I'm gathering from this is that you throw this grenade, and on the enemy's maps, it looks like there's a person or persons shooting in an area where you threw the grenade. Now, here's the thing. This is useful in certain situations, and it works on certain types of players. I don't necessarily use my map on the HUD all that often. I've recently started using it more in the last 2 weeks because quite frankly, I've been playing the game a lot more since making videos, and it's gotten me better at the game, and I'm starting to utilize more tools that I've never used. For instance, tax. I really didn't use tax or the map until maybe a month ago, and I've been playing since April. But I don't use it very often. So something like this would not necessarily work for me because I play by vision. I have a really big phone. I play on a Note 10 Plus, and right now I'm playing on high graphics with max frame rate. I can see everything happening. I have a large enough screen to see everything happening, and I play with headphones, so I can hear where people are when I'm playing the game. But for someone who uses their map, this might work, possibly. But like, I'm not convinced that I'm playing real players when I play in ranked on this test server, and I have not yet found a situation where I'm convinced that I've seen that someone has used this grenade, and so I don't know what his radar signature looks like on the map, and I'm going to assume that it's not randomized. And after this has been used a couple of times, I'm pretty certain that people are going to realize what his radar signature looks like, and I don't know, that may lower its effectiveness. I'm not sure about that yet. That's something up in the air. That's something for the future. What I'm really excited about is right here. This is called the Orbital Laser. There is no icon yet for it, and I'm hoping that this doesn't mean that this is like a season 11 or season 12 edition. I really hope that this comes to the upcoming season, because when you see it on the map, which you'll see in this video, it's really freaking cool. It's a giant blue laser shot from a satellite. And what you do is, when you use it, when you call up this orbital beam, it works in a lot of ways like the chopper does, like the Predator missile does, or whatever. No, not like the Predator missile, excuse me, sorry. It works like the stealth chopper, or like the, lightning strikes or cluster strikes. You pull out a pad, but instead of touching spots on the pad where you want the weapon to strike, you draw a line, and that is the path that this orbital laser beam will follow. Now, it's a very large beam and it's very noticeable, but it's also extremely slow. And I've been caught in the splash from my own orbital laser beam, and I've walked through the center of it. And if you're moving quickly enough, you'll survive it. It's not an insta-kill. It's like an erosion death, but it's a really quick erosion death. But it is survivable. And so I find that so far from my use of it, I found that probably the way it would be best utilized would be to draw a very small circle on the enemy spawn and just have it circle in that area and just wipe them out as they keep spawning back in. That is a free tactic for you. The next one I'm going to charge you for. So it's really cool to look at, though, and I have some really good footage of it, and so you'll be able to see what that looks like when the gameplay comes up. Next, there have been some menu changes. This is now what the new character skin menu looks like. Yeah, one of the things about the test server is that we get the 4 basics: Scout 2, Spec Op 1, Spec Op 3, and Charlie. I'm gonna stick with Scout 2. But of note, there are 2 things. One, not so important. Let's go to Charlie, because she actually has a story. The button where there is a separate toggle where it gives you a short bio on the character. So So, this is where you can see raised by birth of both her father and the African plains, hunting poachers, blah, 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 Charlie, blah, blah. So that's interesting, but not very important. Also at the bottom where you would pick the skin, instead of saying equip like it normally does, it now says deploy. Not a major change, but it is a change I appreciate because you would not equip a person. It makes a lot more sense to say you're deploying a person. So this slight menu change makes a lot of sense, and that's cool. It's nice to see that they're making really small, even if they're not major and significant to the gameplay, just small changes that means that they're looking at stuff and they're looking closely and they're trying to make the game make more sense. So I appreciate stuff like that. Now, what's really good is this. This existed already, but it was actually much more low-key and very easy to ignore. This is once you deploy a character skin, it's got headgear, a backpack, and this can be anything. For instance, in the I have the Firebreak skin from Clan Wars, and he has like a strap around the chest, like utility satchel / belt thing, and that's what goes in his third slot. And then there's a backpack, and then he has a helmet. These options have always existed, but due to the fact that this section has been made so much more prominent, I'm going to guess one of two things is going to happen in the future. They are either going to, because I know that at the reset of Clan Wars this time, the 3 characters and all the weapons that are now in the credit store for Clan Wars, or in the clan points store for Clan Wars, are going to be wiped out, and any clan points that you have are going to be wiped out, and everything's going to be reset. So I'm going to assume one of two things, that either they are going to put multiple character skins per season for Clan Wars, or that much like the Firebreak character and all the other characters in Clan Wars, that maybe they will now institute or implement, that is the word I'm looking for, that they will now implement more adjustable options to add to character skins, which would be really cool. Either way, it says that, this is becoming more of a major part of the game, and that's always cool because one of my favorite parts of the game is actually, character skins. Also of note, let's see. Okay, that's the swordfish. There is a blank spot for a sniper here. There is a blank spot for an LMG here. And there is a blank spot for an SMG there. So, I mean, it's not far-fetched at this point to assume that there are going to be 3 new weapons coming to the game, which is always a good thing, until, as always, people start crying about the new weapon. And, that's a funny thing. Right before I jump into this match, the last thing, y'all are going to kick out of this, right? Yes, Mr. Toxic. The very first thing I did is level my MX-9 all the way up. Yes, I did. No shame whatsoever. But as you can see, I'm not using a thermite, so, maybe I'm half toxic. All right, let's get into a match. There is also a mechanic in the matches at the end that I wanted to show you guys.
که ظالم‌های بسیار است، چه ظالم‌های بسیار است، لیکن من نمی‌دانم که خوردم از دهالبندی در این دریا، در این دریا.
Okay, and this is the other new mechanic. This is the MVP screen where you get a pose and it kind of shows highlights of your match when you MVP a match. I think that's really dope. I love that. I love that they do that. That's really cool. And it gives you an incentive, more of an incentive to be MVP. Another thing, there's this. These thumbs up, hit one, above your name tag, above your calling card. These are where you can light your teammates. You can also do it with your opponents. That comes from the Chinese version of the game, where I played Call of Duty Mobile China, and that's already been in that version of the game. And I think that's really cool because then it's like, you know, you can like, there's some sportsmanship involved. You know what I mean? Like I'm playing a bunch of bots, I'm pretty sure, but I'm just gonna like the bots anyway. I'm pretty sure that I'm playing bots right now because usually if someone likes you back after you like their comment, you'll see 2 thumbs up facing each other. That's how you know that someone liked yours back. I don't know. The guy next to me, Marcelo, may not be a bot, but who knows? So for the moment, in the meanwhile, that's what I'm going to do on this. I've got some further exploring to do, and I have not gone into the Battle Royale yet to see what's new in the Battle Royale, but I did want to get this video out there fairly quickly, and it's actually not quick at all. Like, I'm probably going to be one of the last content creators to even post something about this, but you know, so that's what I've seen that's new so far, and I'm going to edit this video and I'm going to post it, but after I do so, then I'm going to go back and I'm going to go into BR, and there is also a game mode. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, Hardpoint is different, and I'm going to go into that on the next video also. So as always, if you like the content, if you want to see more, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, enable notifications so you know when I upload a video. And I swear, I promise, this is not Level Up Call of Duty Mobile. This is Level Up Mobile. And at some point in the very near future, I will be posting content about other mobile games. This is Ghost for Level Up Mobile. Until next time, I'm out.
Dark side, light this bitch up.